Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday. Feels like Monday. I hope everybody had an amazing long weekend. We are talking about Profitable Pen Press today, and I have Ashley who's going to join me here any second so that we can kind of talk about publishing and everything we need to know about publishing. So, I'm going to, let's see, is she here? Maybe she, look at that. I thought I was going to have Liv. I don't. I just need to hit approve, send request. Look at how easy that is. She is adding. All right. We are here talking like we do every Tuesday morning about Profitable Pen Press, our self-publishing company. Hello.
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was just getting kind of settled into the fact that it's Tuesday and not Monday.
I know
So,
it's been throwing me off all morning too. I'm like, oh wait, we're already kind of halfway through the week a
I
little
know.
bit.
No, Friday I have my last golf tournament of the season, so like it's that takes me out that day. So I know too much play, not enough work, I guess. So
Yes, that's what happened in the end of the summer.
yes. So we have kind of a fun topic, but a little bit of a maybe a heavier topic than what we cover usually, and we are going to talk about the why behind why we write our books. And so,
Yes.
what do you think about the topic? What do you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, the why behind your books is going to be where your money comes from, really. It's going to be what your impact is. It's
Yep.
the important part. I mean, obviously, the book and what's in the book is important, but without that why,
Mm-hmm.
what is it really?
Really? Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. I absolutely agree. And it's a big part of what we help people really get connected with. And we only help people that have a really good, strong why, because that's what drives impact. You're absolutely, absolutely agree. And that's what makes things happen. And so the why might be who you're going to help.
yeah.
That's one of the biggest things we see is people come in and they've went through something amazing or something challenging, or maybe they just are really 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 good at something, and that why is they can help people. They know that they have an experience or a skill, and it's almost an obligation. They almost feel obligated to share that to help other people go through what they went through, right? So the
Yes.
why, yeah, for sure. You know,
Yeah.
the other thing I think of with why on a book, I think a lot of us are called for impact. Well, I actually believe all of us are. Some of us are like take more action and listen a little better, but I think we're all called for impact. And I think a book, like as I was thinking and preparing for this topic today, a book is the fastest way to leave a legacy, like the most likely, I would say, to leave a legacy. And what makes me think of that is I'm gonna this is a book that Frank Whipple wrote. And so this would not be Frank Whipple, my father-in-law. This would be Frank Whipple, my husband's grandpa. So even a generation older. And he wrote this book, which is so cool because do I have a book for my other grandparents sitting in the lobby of my office? No, because I didn't write a book. And so a book sticks around more than we could do a workbook. We could do a video. We could do a presentation. All of those things don't really stick around. The one thing that I mean, he's been gone a long time, right? And this book is still here. And people will come into my office. Sometimes people will swing by that just have seen me on the internet, don't even really know me. And they're like, I found this book. And they know the Whipple name and they know that it's related to me. So that's cool. And so that's one thing about my two books. They're going to be here, right? Like, and even this book, the first book I wrote in 23, I don't do it. It's just on the internet, and people will get it. They'll read it. They'll email. I mean, just out of nowhere, they're emailing me, "Hey, I got the book. It was so helpful." And I'm like, "Wow, like it's always going to be there." So super cool. Yeah. What
Yeah.
else about why?
A good question is before I think people get so caught up in the writing process of I got
Oh,
to write my book and then I'm going to figure this out after all the
yeah.
logistics. But before an author writes a single chapter, what questions should they either be asking themselves or they could be asking us about their why?
Yeah, we got to have a good conversation about it. Otherwise, we're just going to go in circles, right? Like, and even if we have what's kind of maybe a standard like job, like of all the financial advisors that I help, right? Like, or even realtors, right? That write books. Like, if they come in and like a financial advisor, they're just like, well, I want to tell people about my business. I want to get clients, right? And I want to help clients. Yeah, but you got to go deeper than that. Like, what do you do that's different? How do you help people that are different? Who do you help? And if you're not there to help them, what's life look like for them? Like, what are you dragging them out of? And a lot of times in my coaching class, what we talk about is what you'll do and how you'll help people turn around and where were you? Pull those people forward because you know something they don't know. And it's a lot of times our whys and what we're called to do are so close to us, we don't even see them. And I compare it, and I've been using this analogy over and over again, but it's so true. When you're inside a jar, you can't read the label on the outside. And a coach helps you read that label. And I even need that. All of us need that. Like, we live our lives, we're so in it. We really can't see all those details the same way other people do around us. And so a coach can help talk you through, like, what is that why? What are you seeing? Like, what are you called to do? And so often we will have that initial discussion, even in the free consultation appointment, we'll have that initial discussion, and they know they're on to something. Like, they know, but they just don't know how deep it goes and how it all connects. So yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I thought of another question, and it is, why is it important to remember that your why, when you figure out your why and you figure out, okay, this is why we're doing the book. Now I'm writing the book. Why is it important to remember your reader throughout the process,
Oh,
even when you're trying to find your why too?
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all about the reader, right? And none of us, nobody that's called to us or drawn to us is vain enough to think that somebody wants to read the book because we're amazing, right? Like, there's no way. Nobody wants to read a book about my life. Like, that's just not that interesting. What they want to read about is what they can learn and how it can impact them. And if I was just to go write a book about what I've been through, that's not the answer, right? But if I was, say, to write a book, not that I've written this book, but I could, about what it's like to climb the corporate ladder and then leave that corporate ladder and build your own business, what that's like, and like how they can get through it and what they need to think about and what hurdles might come and how to avoid the pain points that I went through. If I could do that for them, that's interesting. And so you can see how you have to keep that reader in mind, because it's for them, it's not for us, right? Go to therapy if we need something. The book is to help impact them and
Right.
teach them to avoid what you avoided, help them to grow into who they're meant to be. So yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, just to
Yeah.
touch on that too, is we do have a lot of people that come to us with they want to write their life story, and that's great, but how can you turn your life story into a why?
Yeah.
So if you've been thinking, well, I want to write this story about my life, how can you turn that into something that's going to help people is really the big thing.
Yeah.
So
It's so possible. And the things, I mean,
absolutely.
some of our best books, man, are what people have been through. And their ability to really connect that with the reader is the key. It's the secret sauce for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we can help you with that. If you've been sitting there thinking, well, I have this great story, I've had this great life. How do I get it out there? I don't know. DM us, contact
Right,
us. We can
right.
help you get there. So,
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
yeah.
So cool.
Cool.
You got anything else for me, or anything else you want to share?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
It's just
we're off and kicking. So we will put the link here in the comments. The first step is signing up for us with us to have a free consultation. We're not going to try to sell you anything. We're just going to talk about your book,
right.
learn a little bit more about what you have in mind and how you want to help people, and see if we can help you out. So
Right.
that's the first step. So awesome. Sounds good. Click the link and we'll look forward to chatting with you. So take care.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a
You
good
have a good
Bye.
week. Bye.